see on this one that this area needs to be redrawn. This is basically sweeping out too much. Not bad. You can measure, see if I can find my tape. Alright, I'm going to go on a hunting expo. Oh, here it is. You can also measure this if you want. That's centered. And it's straight. If this thing wanders, your shell will get, cockeyed, and that will really stand out. Really stand out. So take some time to get that center line in there. Now, measure down 3/4 of an inch from the knee, or from the rounded post, along that center line, and make a mark. And that's the top of your applied shell. Now, grab the shell template. I use a flexible mylar. You can use cardboard, cereal boxes. Any of that stuff will work well. And lay that template on there. Flex it around. The reason I like these, mylar or thin cardboard templates is that you literally can flex them, and they'll, at the perimeter, they will be flat. They'll lay down on your leg, and you can just trace right off the template. If you use a rigid template, they won't flex around the leg, and that's okay. A piece of paper or something won't flex around the leg very well, and you just have to do more drawing by hand. It's just not the end of the world, but it's just easier. Great. So notice this is half of a template. I have the center line marked on it, and I just flip this around the center line. That center line will also be important now as we start drawing in the arcs. And that's the next step, and it's probably the single most important step of the entire carving process. If you don't draw right, you won't be able to carve them right. And the next part of the layout is to draw in some marks that define the start and stop of each of these rays that we're going to put in. So we'll start on the bottom there, an 1/8 inch space. Great. And then on the top, and these are all in the drawing. And to 5/8 are the minor ones. This one I might make 3/4. So this top one, because it's around the dome here, I'd make that 3/4. And these guys would be 5/8. And then these will be 11/16. Five-eighths again. Five-eighths for this one. Alright, so now we have marks defining the intersection of our outline in both spots. If you're right-handed, the easiest ones to do are on the right side. So I'll start with those. Rotate this around so you can see it. And it's a lot like laying out the applied shell. The first line I put down is the one that's closest, or on, basically these two lines on either side of the center line. So, and trace these in freehand. They're really hard to do any other way. Usually takes me several attempts to get a nice straight line that I can carve to. A mechanical pencil helps. It's a fairly thin pencil lead. Now I'll do the other side. The other side, even though it's it's coming with the other hand, or going kind of in a non-normal way, you're just trying to take the line that you put down and mirror it across the center line. So if you watch the center line, my body doesn't get in the way. And I'll try to do it this way over the top. But the point here is that I think doing a mirror image is easier than having one. Now with both lines there, you can come back in and refine either side until they're nice mirror images, equally separated from the center line, and a real nice continuous line from the base to the top of the shell. Sight down the shell, sight down here looking up. Don't just look straight down. When you sight down these lines, little deviations show up pretty easily. Alright, so now we have a pair of center lines in. I'll take this out of the clamp so you can see it. So that marks, that's our center convex shell that we're going to carve in.